These squirrels, they're going to do me in, guys, I tell you. Every day they are causing havoc. It is just getting so super ridiculous. This video is not about the squirrels. It is about, I'm doing something I usually tell you guys not to do when it comes to buying plant starts from the big box stores. I did it. Let's go have a look and I'll tell you why, and I'm okay with it. It was actually a fun little trip with my daughter. I want this rose orange glow. It was vibrant, so beautiful. So were these annuals, but I didn't buy them. So much color, so much beautiful fall color. I also really want this hummingbird mint. I'm going to come back and get it. So the half price sale usually for me is the end of October at my Lowe's. And then the 75% off sale is like a week or so after that. And I will definitely be coming back to see if any of these corabelles or heuchera are available at 75% off, because I don't know, I have a thing for heuchera. It's just so beautiful, especially these beautiful tones of color. Let's see what else. Oh, so this is all we got. We got a half price coneflower, half price hardy hibiscus that I am in love with, and our vegetable starts. Yeah, so I did what I'm telling you guys not to do often, but sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do so that you can do what you want to do, right? And this is what I'm talking about. It came to the point where I had to buy some big box store plant starts that cost $6 a pack. So I'm paying $1 a plant, which, as you know from prior years, if you've been here, that seems a little ridiculous to me. Did I have a rough summer? Yes. Did I get my fall plant started at the proper time? No. And so then that led me down this journey of trying to find some plant starts late in the season. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Let me get these out of my car because they are smelling very much like brassicas, and I do not like that smell at all. But first, let me show you these two guys because I got them on clearance. I am in love with the name. It's called Cookies and Cream. Look at that. It's a pure white hardy hibiscus flower. It is so gorgeous. And look at the foliage. Is it coming up on here? The proper color? Probably not. It is a brownish, purplish, black tinted plant. It's so pretty. So pretty. Yeah, it looks really red on my screen, but it's not. It's more purple, brownish, black. And then I got these coneflowers half price, and I really just wanted the planter also because I've got all those black violas that will be perfect for my front porch. I have a larger one of these pumpkin planters that I can put maybe the orange pansies in on my front porch. And then my daughter, she just absolutely loved this color. It's this one is like a muted blue. Maybe I'll take a picture and it'll show up better. But it also has some that are more purpley in the mix. I'm going to put these on the back container, on the back deck in some containers. But this one is definitely very muted, very blue. You know that old saying, you can't lose for winning, or you can't win for losing? Something like that. I had a bunch of seedling babies in this container. And now every one except for one. This one. It wasn't squirrels this time. I'm not sure what happened to all of my seedlings. Maybe pill bugs, roly-polies. Yeah. So, why do I mention this? Because sometimes it's okay to give in and go against what you normally would like to do. I absolutely would have loved to have started all of my fall plants from seed. I have plenty of seeds to do it, but everything kept getting in my way, including weather, and other issues popping up here and there. I did try to go buy some more reasonable starts last week. I would have paid, I'll put the math here, but the starts looked horrible. They were already starting to show signs of heat stress with bolting, especially like the kohlrabi, the lettuces. I just couldn't buy them. And today, you know, maybe I could have made a 45 to 60 minute drive round trip to go get plants that were 4 for $1.99. That's what I usually do. That's a good price that I'm willing to pay when I can't start my own. But sometimes time is money, and I'm not feeling the best. I went to the doctor yesterday. I'm on antibiotics for a bad sinus infection. I just made the choice today. I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much time on the road and that much gas, because I'm now driving an SUV that's a gas guzzler, and that's a lot of gas. I feel like I go to the gas station all the time now. So I made the choice to go ahead and pay 6 plants for $6, $1 a plant. It's still, now that I'm doing the math, I got in a conversation today at Lowe's. That's the big box store I went to buy my starts. And, you know, I started to do the spill I normally do about don't pay that much for a single plant when you could go to the grocery store and buy a head of broccoli for such and such, right? But as that's coming out of my mouth today, it's like the grocery prices have become so astronomical that you really can't get broccoli very cheap. So $1 a head, maybe that's not so bad. But then you have to, and I did talk to the lady about this, about the cost of fertilizer and watering and the upkeep. And I did tell her about where I normally like to get my plants, but that you got to think about the drive. And she's like, well, can I just start from seed? And I'm like, no, it's way too late for that. We should have started like mid-July into mid-August. Of course, there's a few things that can direct sow, like radishes, lettuce, maybe carrots, stuff like that. But yeah, so I felt a little bit like a hypocrite today buying the big box store plants, but that's what I had to do. I do have a few lettuces germinating in my green stalks. Now consider they do have severe squirrel damage, like that big old hole down in there. Thinking about potting them up to get them bigger before I put them back in here. Hopefully it'll be cooler at that point, and then we can put on some kind of protective apparatus like the little seed houses that Greenstock sells. Here's another example. I have some kale. Squirrels digging. I will have to pot these up and try to save them. I tried to start my own, guys. I really did, although it was a bit late. Now, might be okay with the lettuce that I've sown, but these are my Brussels sprouts. They are very tiny compared to the ones we bought today, right? I'm still going to put them in the ground somewhere, but the size that I purchased today is really the size I need. And these guys have been exposed to squirrel damage as well. But I think these guys might be okay. Not in a container, but maybe in the ground. We'll see. I've got some peas restarted here because that also, the squirrels have been digging those. And these were supposed to be cabbages, but they are not doing well at all, as you can see. Not well at all. So these pretty little pansies are going to replace my black petunias that I think I will move up front for Halloween. Now they are frost sensitive, frost tender. After our hard freeze, they will die. But I will be taking at least one plant indoors and making it an indoor house plant over winter. And then I will be taking cuttings in the late winter, early spring, so that we will have more plants for next summer. So I guess the point of this video that I'm trying to, in a roundabout way, come about saying is, if you're prone to all or nothing mentality, you really have to talk yourself into some grace and into letting yourself be okay with unfavorable situations. So 5 years ago, you would have heard me saying, start all of your plants from seed, no matter what. And I was having my grow station in my kitchen window going 9 months out of the year. My family hated it. It had so many fruit gnats. It was a big problem. Everyone was just not happy with it. And then, you know, I transitioned into, okay, I'm only going to start my spring and summer crops in my home, have that grow station going for 2 months versus 9 months. I'm going to buy some reasonably priced starts for fall and maybe even spring, like brassicas. And and now I have evolved into do whatever you have to do, right? So I bought the big box store plants this year because that is what I had to do in order to garden, right? So gardening isn't just about saving money, and I think it's easy to get caught up in that's why we're doing it. We're trying to grow food, save money, grow it as cheaply as possible. But that's not all what gardening is. It is therapy for some. It's enjoyment, it's entertainment, it's a peaceful retreat. And if you're paying $1 a plant to get that, that's okay. So be it. If you've had circumstances where you can't do what you normally do, that's okay. Maybe next season will be better, next year will be better. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm dropping all my stuff on the ground. So I'm going to get busy. I may or may not make a video of planting all of these fall starts that we bought. I'm just happy I was able to find starts, right? This is kind of late in the season. It is actually October the 1st today. Cannot believe it. We are definitely into fall. Even though it's still really warm here, it is fall. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. I hope you're having a great week.